Now, it is a Vermont Tech tradition that a member of the graduating class is selected to offer a message to his or her classmates. The student is selected by members of the commencement committee. It is my pleasure to invite Magdalene Cynthia Renee Miller to the podium. Magdalene will receive her associate's degree in nursing this afternoon. She attended VTC nursing program at Lyndon State College. She has a background in maternal child health and is interested in broadening her understanding of the healthcare field. Please welcome Magdalene Miller.
Vermont State College's Chancellor Tim Donovan, Interim President of Vermont Technical College Dan Smith, Roger Albee, today's guest speaker, deans, members of the board, department chairs, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates, good morning. Nurses as professionals are finding their voices and being increasingly recognized. So I am greatly honored to be chosen to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2014 while representing the nurses and the Vermont Technical College community. As a nursing student graduating today from the Associate's Degree in Nursing program, I came to Vermont Tech after 17 years of part-time and full-time higher education, many of which were years of study and preparation for lay midwifery practice. My heart still sings with each new birth story shared from generation to generation and throughout communities. For these stories are what keep the excitement and vigor for opportunity through childbirth constantly alive and new. So in preparation for this speech today, I could not help but see so many lovely parallels between what I have learned at the bedside of women, who taught me with such grace and loveliness, and the women who teach within this institution with their wealth of experience that I have found to be so rich. I think I can speak across programs and genders when I say that our time spent in this fertile learning environment is but a passage to the many exciting things that await on the other side of this experience. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, a Colombian author and recipient of the 1982 Nobel Prize in Literature, wrote, "Human beings are not born once and for all on the day that their mothers give birth to them, but that life obliges them over and over again to give birth unto themselves." When I chose to become a nurse, I researched every college and university within driving distance. I was repeatedly told that my previous schooling would not be considered, leaving me to start from scratch and with very little option to move forward. As a wife and mother of 4, beginning another 4-year full-time program miles away from home and family was just not an option. I was pleased to learn that Vermont Tech opened a site at Lyndon State College near my home. I found the admissions staff to be welcoming and the registrar to be merciful, as many of my undergraduate credits fulfilled the requirements for this program, both at the first year and second year level. At Vermont Tech, I have found a learning milieu that is both challenging and rewarding, and there is recognition in leadership, community service, and academics, to name but a few. Among the first messages we received at the Northeast Kingdom campus was the exclamation from Professor Michelle Wade to strap on our roller skates, and she was not kidding. I appreciate the way the faculty at Vermont Tech are able to draw material from thousands of pages of text, highlighting relevance specific to findings within the clinical setting as we build our nursing practice. Since the start of classes, I have been constantly challenged not only to think critically, but to rethink and reflect on choices I have made, because these choices ultimately affect the outcomes for my patients. Jane Vella, author of Learning to Listen, Learning to Teach, and a leader in adult education, names praxis as a major principle for effective learning. Praxis is a Greek word meaning action with reflection. Aristotle associated this form of thinking and doing with the work of craftspeople or artisans. Within the classroom, this may look like group projects, presentations, or experiments. Within the clinical environment, we're given hospital patients, and afterwards a space for post-conference. Much the way an engineering or architectural major may reflect on his or her finished project and receive feedback from faculty, post-conference is an important time for debriefing and reflection, to understand what was done that day and how we may or may not be able to improve upon it in the future. Nursing students and I have discussed leaving this post-conference time only to reanalyze every bit of information and decision experienced during that rotation on our way home. Case studies, analysis, application, and implementation of new learning based on our studies and our experience. In essence, building new ways of thinking about old problems. This is praxis. This is the important work that we have done these past years to shape and shift and grow. Many of us come to Vermont Technical College from previous incarnations of ourselves along this journey that lasts a lifetime. As both traditional and adult students, we may have chosen Vermont Tech because of convenience to our home or work, low cost, proven reputation, or flexibility so we can juggle multiple responsibilities. We put our trust in this institution to envelop us like a cocoon while we prepare ourselves, learning and morphing, allowing our ideas, possibly our very fundamental beliefs, to be challenged and shaped, so that we are ready to emerge on new endeavors with a freshness and stability to meet the challenges that are presented by a complex workforce. We will be ready to present new ideas based on the most current research and discovery to enhance and add new life to our chosen professions. So as we are born to our new professions, ripe with possibility, may we continue to be lifelong learners, holding tight to the freshness of knowledge and the joy of accomplishment. Let us not take the easier path of complacency, but seek out inspiring challenges that keep us invigorated with a newly created purpose over and over again. I leave you with a quote from author Jared Kintz, known for his self-published one-liners. He wrote that, "The year you were born marks only your entry into the world. Other years where you prove your worth, those are the ones worth celebrating." Let this day be one of many celebrations. Thank you, and warmest congratulations to the class of 2014.